So I want to right now give it up for my main man, Simon Chan.
Let's hear from Mr. Simon Chan.
Yeah! Yeah!
Mr. Simon Chan!
Hi, this is Simon Chan, and welcome to today's training where we will talk about the effective presentation formula. So, by now you probably watched the video, and if you haven't, I highly recommend. Number one, learn how to be an effective communicator. Number two, most importantly, learn how to give a successful invite to your prospects. The third step to be successful in network marketing is you have to be able to give an effective presentation, something that is exciting and it's not boring to your prospects. And you can apply this formula, the best part, you can apply this formula to all types of formats, whether it's a one-on-one meeting, you meet a person at Starbucks, or a group presentation, or most importantly, what we call the 60-second elevator pitch. So for example, if you are going up an elevator and your friend asks you, oh, I heard that you started a business, and what's this about? You know, in 60 seconds or less, you can share something very quickly, a very brief, outline of what your business does that will not bore your prospects and does not sound like a sales pitch. Okay, so let's go right ahead into this training. Let's talk about the effective presentation formula. So the most important part of an effective presentation formula, and you can apply this to all parts of presentations, is don't bore your prospects, right? That's the rule. Don't bore your prospects. And unfortunately, I've actually been to so many meetings where they've been boring presentations. You work so hard to get your prospects to a presentation, and then all of a sudden you just bore them. So don't bore them. So the formula, this is the formula that keeps it exciting and interesting. Number one, it has to be short. And especially in this day of age of, what we call the MTV generation, the internet, where everything has to be fast, Twitter, 160 characters or less, it has to be short. And number two, it has to be relevant, meaning this is something the prospects have to be able to relate to, because if they don't relate to it, they will be gone and out very fast. Okay, they'll tune out. Even if in a meeting, they'll start looking at their cell phones, they'll be surfing Facebook, they'll be doing all types of things. You lost them. So it has to be relevant. Number three, it's important. You don't need to cover all the details. You don't need to know everything about tell them everything about the company, the pay plan. Keep it short and relevant and interesting. These details, they can be covered in the Q&A, questions, answers, and during the training part. Okay, so keep that in mind. Now, this present formula works very well, but short and quick. And your prospect probably will have questions later on, but not about everything, because they may not be interested in everything, but they'll be interested in certain things that are relevant to them. And you can answer these questions and cover these details in the Q&A. And a lot of times, people get started. They don't even understand. People do not need to know about everything to get started. They just need to know the basics, and that's what the formula will present. And everything else, the details, especially when it comes to products or those details, you can cover that during the training. So the formula can be used for different formats, whether it's a one-on-one meeting, a group presentation, or webinars. And most importantly, as I mentioned, for your 60-second elevator speech, when someone asks you, hey, what do you do? And you say, oh, I'm sure you'd be so happy, so proud to tell them about your business. But how are you going to tell them about the business in 60 seconds or less, right? Without sounding like salesy or boring. So that's what this formula will show you. So basically, there's only 5 things your prospects wants to know. Okay, 5 things. Number one, they want to know about the industry. What's the industry you're doing? Number two, about the company, right? That's obvious. Number three, they want to know about the products, right? What are the products? What will they be selling? What will they be using? Number four, very important, can I do it? They want to know about the training. Can I do this? I mean, you've got a great company, great industry, great products, but if you can't show me the training and how I can be successful, there's no way that prospect will be interested. So can I do it? And the last thing is, show me the money, right? Show me the money. They want to see the money. They want to know how much they can earn and also how much it costs to get started. Okay, so let's talk about industry, the first part. Number one, tell them it is something we are all doing already. Right? It's something we're all doing. It's just like when you recommend something. And I give examples. I tell them, hey, this is something we're doing already. It's like recommending restaurants, movies, gadgets. You tell friends about it. It's natural. This is something we're doing. This is not sales. This is something we do naturally. I like something, I tell my friend about it. I tweet it, I Facebook it, I call my friends about it, right? I tell them. Third thing is we earn commission for recommending products. That's as simple as it is. Every time we recommend something, we get commissions. Now, here's something to note. I don't necessarily give the name. I don't tell them it's MLM. I don't tell them it's network marketing unless they ask. Okay. Why? Is because a lot of times people have misconceptions. It's not that they have failed or they have bad, but they may, who knows, they may have like a aunt who had a bad experience 20, 30 years ago, and the aunt told your mom about it, the mom about it, and the mom over some. It's like a folklore, it's like a legend, okay? It's not even true. Who knows what happened? But they may have a misconception. And because of the misconception, if you hear about it, they may be closed off. So we don't want our prospects to close off, right? We want our prospects to hear all our information, then make a decision. We don't want them to make a quick decision just based on some misconception. So I normally don't tell them unless they bring it up. And if they do bring it up, then I want to know what their experience is about. Okay, so let's move on. 3 major benefits of the industry, and I emphasize these. Number one, you get to buy at the wholesale price. Okay. Number 2, you get to earn retail profit. And number 3, why you want to get started, because you earn word of mouth marketing bonus. So very simple. That's how I explain the industry. It's 3 benefits to the industry. Number 1, you get to buy at a wholesale price. Number 2, you earn a retail profit. Number 3, you get a word of mouth marketing bonus. Okay, advertising bonus. And this is basically what we do, like naturally. You like movies, you go to a restaurant, you like it, you recommend. All right. So I also like to give an example that they can relate to. So for example, I'm a big fan of Apple products. And if I was an Apple distributor, I get to buy iPhones and iPads at lowest wholesale price. Imagine that. I get to buy the newest iPhone, newest iPad at the low price that no one else gets. Okay, that's a benefit. Now, because I get to buy them at low, and I love the iPhone. I tell my friends about it, and they want to buy, I sell it to them. I sell it to them at the retail price, just like the way you would buy from a store, right? And when I sell it to them, I make a retail profit. And I buy low, sell high. Now, the best part is, just say, after a while, my friends want the same benefits as I do, right? They want to become a distributor like me, so they can buy Apple, the iPhones, iPads at the lowest price and make a profit as well. So they will join and become a member. Like they will become a member of like Apple. And when they join, they will earn a word of mouth advertising marketing bonus. Okay, so that's the way I explain it. Now I'm just giving this using Apple as an example. Okay, unfortunately, Apple is not network marketing. If it was, I would be add another 1 or 2 millions to my bank account because I've recommended so many from my friends to Apples. Actually, almost all my leaders in my team use Apples now because I started it. I was telling about how great the MacBook Pro was and everything. So, like I said, this is natural. Okay, we use a product that we like and we recommend to our friends. So the next thing we talk about the company. How do I present the company? There's only 5 things your prospects want to know about your company. Number 1, the name. Number 2, the location. Number 3, how long the company's been around. Number 4, the founder. And number 5, very important, it's fun. It's fun, right? No one likes to do something that's boring and hard work and boring. They want to do it's fun. That's why it's important to keep this presentation short and fast because you want to keep it fun. Okay, so give them the facts and make it short. And, for example, the founder, where he grew up from, what happens is all the details of how he grew up, how you create the amazing product, all the details of the product, the details, how old the founder is, what happens. All those details can be covered in the Q&A and the training, right? You want to keep this short. Name, location, how long it's been around. And like I said, you should be able to explain this in you could try and practice it 15, 20 seconds. 15, 20 seconds. For example, hey, my name is, the name of the company is ABC Company. We're based in Los Angeles, California. We've been around for over 20 years. The founder was a scientist. He had a scientist. He knew about nutritional supplementation, could help improve your health, allow yourself to live longer. And most importantly, it's fun. Ton of fun. Okay, that's probably like 20, 30 seconds. You can probably make it a little shorter. I added a little bit of things about a founder, but practice this. Okay, practice it. And again, depending on what format, it can be a little longer. For your 60-second elevator pitch, keep it short and easy. And all the details, again, covered in Q&A and training. The next thing is products. Now, the most important thing they want to know about the products is that, does the product sell? Right? Can they sell the products? It's not about the product quality, even though quality is important, but it's not about that because, here's a good example, right? Ferraris, quality is not important. Ferraris are high quality, but would people be interested in selling a Ferrari? Probably not because they can't see many of their friends buying it. So you want to get them to see that the product sells. Give examples of the market potential. For example, if you're selling weight loss, ask them how many friends do they know that want to lose weight, right? Or if you're selling supplements, how many of your friends take supplements? Well, a lot of them. Well, easy. They can be your first customers, right? Your friends that want to lose weight or your friends that take supplements, they can be your first customers. Show them that they can sell the products, right? It's not about the quality. Show them that there's a market for them. By the way, this is also a good time, again, depending on the longer format, to share a testimonial of how you sold the products. So, for example, my friend Joe, he was like 250 pounds. He was probably 40 pounds overweight, and he was looking for something. He was trying something. He was using products that didn't work. Hey, check out my company. We had a weight loss product. We have 5 days. People lose at 5 pounds, and I recommended it to him. So once he started taking it, instantly he actually lost more than 5. He lost about 7 pounds. He loved the product, and now he's using the products every week. And every day is part of his daily routine. So share a testimonial of how you sold the products, or if you're in a group meeting, have 1 or 2 team members who had it, share. Okay? Because the most important thing is, does the product sell? Next is, can I do it? Can I do this? Right? You have a great company, great products, a great industry. I do it, but how can I do it? I'm shy. I'm quiet. I don't know anyone. How are you going to teach me? So this is where you have to sell the training. This is probably the most important thing. You probably have to sell the training more than you have to sell the company. All right? Because the company, people, I'm sure they know that the company is great. They trust you. But can they do it? So I emphasize there's 2 types of training. First type is what I like to call the optional classroom training. So when you get started, you purchase a starter kit. It could be $30, and then immediately you can go to all the training. We have tons of training. These are all optional. Okay, you can go to webinars. We can go to recorded teleconferences. We have local meetings once or twice a week. We have a lot of, or even every quarter we have nationwide events you can attend, an annual conference. These are optional training you can attend. So the more important part of the training is what we call the on-the-job training. On-the-job training. So all you have to do is set up appointments. If you're someone who's interested in the products or you're interested in the business, set up a meeting and we'll teach you how to talk to them. Okay, you set up the meeting, bring them to me, and then we will present to them. We will talk to them, and then you watch. Okay, you watch us how we talk to them, and that is how you're going to learn how to do the business. And it's a good example on the job training. Give an example, right? Because people remember by stories and examples. Ask them when they started working on the jobs, what was the best way for them to learn? Was it reading the manual, reading all the policies and manuals, or was it just watch what the supervisor did? And the answer, obviously, the answer is by observation. And you ask them, well, you watch the supervisor learn at the job. Can you observe and learn? And they would say yes. Right? So this is the same thing in our business. You bring people to us, you watch and learn, and that's how you're going to learn fast and how you're going to make money in this business. So training is also a great time to share testimonial of what you learn in your business. I always emphasize what are the keys and secrets to my success in sponsoring, being one of the top sponsors, is I just don't emphasize the money part. Right? I've been able to track a lot of professionals in, because some professionals, like doctors, they like their jobs. They feel it's good to serve the community. But to get them interested, you have to show them that what they're learning as well, right? So maybe you're learning, in network marketing, and you learn a ton of skills. You learn about sales, marketing, communication, and these are all skills they can use to apply to their medical practice, to grow their, so they can be even better doctors, right? And also, this is important because part-time, some people are part-time, right? They are starting a job, and what you learn in network marketing, the skills you learn, you can use those skills to get promoted, right? So help your current job or other areas in your life, like time management, having a better attitude, communicate better. So I know for me, it definitely helped my personal life, with my family, my spouse, after my girlfriend, just in terms of what I learned in network marketing, right? And also, you can say the things you learn, it's fun, right? You get to meet friends. You can meet new friends, meet new people, especially if the person just moved into a new city, they're looking for friends. This is a great way where you can meet people and learn things at the same time. So those are the great selling points. Can I do it? Emphasize the training, right? That's the training part. So last part is show me the money. When they want to know, number one, how much does it cost to get started? That is in the back of their mind. They're thinking, okay, this sounds great, but how much does it cost? And also, they want to know how much they can earn, or how much they can earn. And third is, what do they have to do to earn? What do they have to do? Okay, so I want to earn this money. What do I have to do? So important. I never explain the pay plan. There's no need to explain the pay plan. Because number one, I want to keep the presentation as short as possible. And because the ones who are interested, they will come to me about the pay plan, right? But the ones who are not interested, I let them go. The last thing I want to do when I do a meeting is my interested prospects to see the other ones who are not interested falling asleep or being bored or checking their phones. Because, for example, if one person sees another person checking their phone, what's going to happen? They're going to start checking their phone too, right? Or if one person gets up to use the bathroom because they're bored, what's the interested prospect may do? He may start thinking it's okay to leave the bathroom. So I want to keep it short as possible. The ones who are not interested, heck, they can leave. And this thing is, I want them to leave, right? Because I don't want them to affect the people who are interested. And also, even if it's a one-on-one meeting, if they're not interested, I want to know right away because your time is valuable. I'm telling you, the leaders, the superstars that are going to take you to 6-7 figures, they're out on the street. They're them. They're your contacts, or they could be friends of friends. But the only thing that's stopping you is there may be bad prospects and you're wasting too much time. And when I've learned that was this big secret of mine. Like the people who are not interested, you let them go. It's a time cost, right? Go spend that time with better prospects. Go spend that time with your family, with your friends. But don't spend that time with bad prospects. Go out there and And if you ran out of people to talk to, go out there and have some fun. Go to the gym, go somewhere, and meet new people. But don't waste your time on bad prospects. So that's why I keep it short. I get to find out after the presentation, who's interested and who's good or not. So another thing, that's why I generally never explain the pay plan. But what happens is after the presentation, I do end up talking about a pay plan because people ask me about it, and then I go into it. But the ones who are not interested, they just go off, and I can focus my time on the good people. So that's actually very important that I like to do. Now, how much does it cost to get started? How do you explain? What would you actually say? So I normally say, hey, to get started, all it takes is $30, or then you try some of the products and buy them at the wholesale price. It's simple. All you do, or whatever I put $30 there, or it could be whatever it costs to get started. For your starter kit, hey, to get started, all it takes is $30, and then you try some of the products and buy them at the wholesale price. And now you can also ask them, now the reason you have to buy products is, you can't recommend any products to your friends without first trying that, right? That you'd be lying, and that's unethical. So you want to try them first, right? It's just like I can tell you about going to this restaurant if I never went there. Hey, I'll be lying to you, right? So I want to go to the restaurant first before I recommend. It's the same thing in this business. You want to, recommend it, try it out, and then you can start recommending to your friends. And that's why it's important for you to try and buy some of the products. So there are 3 income categories, okay? 3 income categories. How much can you earn? 3 income categories. Number 1, you earn $100 to $200 a month. Okay? That's what most people earn. They just earn part-time. They love the benefits of the products and getting them at the lowest wholesale price. Second is $200 to $3,000 per month. And the third is you can earn 3,000 to over even more than that, 100,000 per month. Okay. So how do I explain these three categories? So how to explain the 100 to 200 monthly category? So this is a short script you can use. You leave it up here, or you can just pause the video here. So very simple. When you get started in this business, a lot of people join just to buy the products at wholesale, right? They like that. They think it's smart because you buy at the cheaper price, they save money, and maybe sometimes they sell a little bit of product to a friend, a coworker, a neighborhood, a relative. Make maybe 100 to 200 a month. And this is one of the major reasons why a lot of people join, to buy at wholesale and maybe earn an extra 100 to 200 a month. Now again, this is not retirement money, but you get the benefits and you earn a little part-time income. Okay, so you can pause this, practice it, I will rephrase it a little bit. The second category is how to, you can earn 300 to 3,000 a month. Okay, and this is what I normally say. So another group of people, they get involved. These are the people who make the 500 to 3,000 a month, and these people put in more time. You got to put in more time. They work a couple of evenings a week, and maybe sometime on Saturdays. They set up appointments. These people may want to earn some extra income for a house, a car, college education, travel. They want a solid part-time business, a part-time income. And quite honestly, a person can earn a lot. Okay, can do a lot of things with an extra 500,000 or 3,000 extra a month, right? If you had an extra 500, 1,000, or 3,000, what would you do? Okay, so that's how I explain 300 to 3,000 a month. Now the last category is 3,000 to 100,000 a month. Now finally, there's a third group of people who get involved, and these are the people that earn 5,000, 1,000, even 100,000 a month. And these people work hard. Okay, these people work full time. Maybe they hate the jobs. Maybe they always wanted to be in a business for themselves. They're entrepreneurial, or they just want a new career. But you have to work a lot harder, and it will take some time. But what I'm saying, all three groups are available. You can pick and choose. Which group would you want to be in? And when I ask this question, obviously a lot of times, again, I'm going to repeat that. Very important to ask, which group do you plan to be in? Right? And most of the time, they would say the last category. And I would reply, that's great, it's good. I just want to ask you because we need to know what your goals and ambitions are if you do this. Because the training and support, whether you're earning 100, 200 a month, to 3,000 a month, to 50,000 a month, is very, very different. So that's the reason I ask you what you want to do. So our support and commitment to you will be different depending on what your goals are. Okay, so that's basically how I explain it. The important thing is to ask them, what category do you see yourself in? So that kind of wraps up our effective presentation formula. So here to recap, 5 things your prospects want to know. Number 1, they want to know the industry, right? Number 2, company, right? The 5 things for the company: name, location, a founder, how long it's been around, and it's been fun. Number 3, the products, and the most important thing about the products is it sells the market for them. Number 4, can I do it? Emphasize the on-the-job training. And to make that income, all you have to do is to make 3 income categories. All you have to do is just bring people, have us talk to them, you watch, and you can earn that income. And last is show me the money, how much it costs to get started, and what type of income they can earn. So again, that's the effective presentation formula. You can be used for different formats and different length. So the formula is the same whether it's a 60-second elevator pitch, 50-minute lunch presentation, or 40-minute group meeting. All my presentations uses the same format. It starts with the industry, the company, the products, the training, and then the how much money. I close with the show me the money. Okay. And if the format's long, it's good to use testimonials. Testimonials throughout the presentation. Share stories and testimonials. So for example, if you're talking about the money part, you can have for example, you have a bigger meeting, 40-minute meeting, right? The actual content is shorter. I could use more stories. So my actual presentation could be 20 minutes. I'll use 20 minutes for stories. I could have someone share about, obviously the products, how it's helped them. I can have someone share what they learned in the business when I talk about the training, okay, what they learned, how it affected life. And number 3, about the money part, I can show them how the business helped their business and have changed their life. So share stories are very important because if you actually remember, if you haven't, go watch the facts tell, story sell video presentation, part of this workshop. Watch that video, right? Learn how to tell good stories and teach your downlines, your team to tell good stories, and use the stories as part of the presentation. Okay, because all the facts, remember, people get all the facts in the training and the Q&A. So again, good places to I just talked about is good places to use a testimonial, your story, how the products have helped you, and the training. And so your story, again, watch the presentation, facts tell, story sell, so you can know how to craft a story. Again, the formula, how to do it is the same, regardless whether it's training or about money or about the products. So when to provide the details after the presentation, you can read your prospect. If you're really interested in your prospect, you should know. You can watch, whether they're leaning forward or, they're nodding their heads, which part of the presentation they're interested in. And I normally ask them, do you have any questions before I can help you get started? Or I ask them, is this something you want to get started with? Okay. And normally, if they are, they'll say, yes, I do, but I want to, can you explain this more? Can I learn more about the products? Right. That's when that's when you bring it up. Or even the group presentation, what you call the MAM, the MAM, the meeting after the meeting. So just say you have 20 prospects and everyone's bringing one or two prospects. After the presentation, the MAM, the meeting after the meeting, everyone, the people, the associates who bring the guests will split off to small groups and they can answer the questions. Okay, the leaders can go to different circles, the different huddles, and answer the questions. That'll be needed during the Q&A. And again, product questions, product details, they normally just cover during the training part, where they actually become associates and we train them. So the best part of effective presentation formula allows you to cover details your prospects interested in. The benefits is short, it's relevant. Okay, very important, short and relevant. Otherwise, people are tuned out. They'll start going to the bathroom, they start looking at their cell phones, or they get bored, they're not paying attention. And it's interesting, it's fast and exciting. So again, 5 things, this is a recap, 5 things your prospects want to know. The industry, right? Give them examples of the industry. And I'm repeating this because I really want to get this in your mind. Industry, tell them that this is something they're doing already, right? You use something you like, you recommend. Number 2, the company. The name of the company, the 5 things. 5 things, name, location, the founder, how long it's been around, and it's fun. Okay, 3rd thing, the products. Most important thing, the products are sellable, easy to sell. Number 4, can I do this? Training, on-the-job training. Show them that they can do it just like they learned at a job. They're watching someone, they learn how to do the job. They can do this business as well. And the last thing, show me the money. Show them how much it costs to get started and how much money they can earn. So that wraps up our training with effective presentation formula. Use this. This is a great framework. It's easy to teach as well. It's simple. Okay, simple. And as you grow your business, you're going to have downlines, new team members you can work with. Not everyone can be a great presenter. I definitely wasn't a great presenter, but I've been able to use this and teach my teams. And simple, and it duplicates. Okay, and again, the 3 benefits. It's short, simple, relevant, and not boring. So practice this, use it, and feel free to comment. Let me know how this effective presentation formula has helped your business. Thank you. This is Simon Chan. I'll see you again next time.